Hello and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host, Rob Bentley, and thanks for tuning in. On today's show, we'll update you on Ferris State football and volleyball, both teams in postseason play this past weekend, and we'll check in with Ferris State men's basketball off to a 4-0 start this season. We'll start first, though, with Bulldog football, and joined by head coach Tony Annese. And Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob.
I know not the finish you wanted this past weekend, but obviously you got to be proud of the effort your guys put in here all season long.
Yeah, really proud. You know, it was obviously 3 tough losses in a season, which hasn't happened in quite a long time here. But it's a fickle game. Obviously, winning's hard, and so I was proud of our guys. We still had a great year. I really truthfully think this team is good enough to win the national championship. Unfortunately, last year, we were able to beat Grand Valley 24-21 and Pitt State 17-14 to move on. And in this game, we lost in a really hotly contested game. Statistically speaking, it was just almost like identical. Both teams punted 9 times, and it was a defensive slugfest, and so it was a heartbreaking loss.
Being back in the playoffs for the 9th consecutive year, what does that mean? Nation leading 9 consecutive years here in the Division II playoffs.
Yeah, it shows that our program is really strong. Being the team in the out of 161 teams that have been in the playoffs the most consecutive times, it's really something to say about our staff and our players.
As we go to the highlights of this past Saturday's game, obviously the Division II playoffs, and I know it was tough for you not being on the sidelines. Maybe talk about your coaching staff and what they meant to the program here this past weekend.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on my coaching staff to operate without me. Not to say I'm the big difference maker in anything, but it's different. It's different voice, different circumstance, and so it was hard. And truthfully, the hardest part was for me was not being there. For guys who played 6-7 years for me, not being there for them. I'm sad. I apologize to them that I feel bad I wasn't there for them, in their last game. And that's really unfortunate, and it really broke my heart.
Obviously, they scored here early after the turnover, but got to be pleased with the play of your defense here all day long.
Yeah, really, they didn't have any turnovers. We had 2. And that was the difference in the game. They had a short field. We took the ball on the very first play and fumbled it and gave them an opportunity down a short field. And other than that, the 2 turnovers, probably the difference in the game. Other than that, it's a really, even game.
Obviously, both defenses really stood up to the challenge here. 2 elite defenses going at it here in this contest.
Yeah, it was a slugfest for sure. And they're good enough to win the national championship. We're good enough to win the national championship. And that's how it's been, truthfully. We were fortunate enough to beat them, and some of these opportunities where they've got a good enough team to win it too. And so it's just the way it is. They're a great program, and we're a great program, and so it's been that way.
Obviously down 7-0, but a big drive here late in the first half to get you guys on the scoreboard and tie the game back up.
Yeah, sitting here watching it on TV, and one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and I was very excited at halftime that we were able to even it up, and I thought we had a great shot to win the game, being 7-7 at halftime.
Obviously, here early in the third quarter, the defense gives you great field position here, and unfortunately not able to come up with some points here early in the second half.
Yeah, it was tough. Their defense is superior. We played actually 3 games against superior defenses this year, and we're still 13th in the nation, I think, in total offense. But Montana's a super defensive team, and Grand Valley's a super defensive team, and that's what we were confronted with.
Obviously a big play here on this offensive series here as they reclaim the lead here with a couple big pass plays.
Yeah, there's 2 big plays. One, Jay Pay had a chance to tackle Kyle Knott, on a 3rd and 5 play, I think it was. And then on that play, we brought the pressure, and they really executed a nice 10-yard stop route. And then they scored, put it up 14-7, and then we just blew a coverage there. And so, yeah, put it 21-7. We drove right back down the field, and we definitely had our opportunities.
Certainly got to be proud of the effort of your guys here in the fourth quarter. Really tried to make some plays to win this football game.
Yeah, again, that turnover was key, and then we recovered with an offensive lineman, and then he fumbled. And so, those are tough situations. But like I say, the team with the least number of turnovers. We had great ball security this year. I think we were ranked like top 20 in the nation in turnover margin, and so we were really good at it. And just unfortunately, this game we dropped it a couple times.
Obviously, this offensive series here, not a whole lot of penalties called in this game, but a big one right here that kind of prevents you from scoring.
Yeah, it was holding. I thought the referees did a really nice job, but just not trying to be involved too much in the game, truthfully, just letting the players play. And so it's amazing how we get to the playoffs and we only have 40 yards in penalties, and all year we've got like 130 or something that when we're playing in our conference.
Obviously, you get the big score after the special teams mistake, and then here the special teams gives you one more final opportunity, and guys really playing it out till the end.
Yeah, it was. The last play was we're trying to get around the edge for a Hail Mary, and we just couldn't get the pass off with the chance. And last year they threw a Hail Mary. It would have been at the same spot, and Centel intercepted it, and we won. And this year we didn't get our Hail Mary off, but. It's tough loss for sure.
Obviously, I know a group of seniors that have met a great deal to your program that you're going to be sorry to really see leave and move on to other things.
Yeah, just some super young men, proud of the impact they've had on our program. Hopefully we've had an impact on them growing from being a young guy to, a man. I know a lot of them, I'm just very confident they're just going to be, great spouses and great fathers and have great careers, and so just very proud of those men.
I know we've talked about it before, but really this game speaks volumes to the quality of football played here in Division II in West Michigan.
Yeah, it's like I said, both these teams could be national champions. I actually told Coach Worcester that in a text that I believe that we could have been a national championship team with this squad, and I think they can. And I wished them well. It was hard not even to say congratulations to them. When I couldn't be at this game. So, lesson learned. Hopefully, not to put all the onus on the team, but it goes back to a silly decision to smoke cigars in the locker room when they were told, repeatedly that they couldn't do that. And so hopefully lesson learned, accountability, responsibility, and those things. And, it was a tough day for me, but we move on.
Well, Coach, thanks for the time all season long. And I know already hard back at work, and looking forward to next season.
Yeah, we had a great meeting this morning. It's a month earlier than the last two seasons. But wow, we won back-to-back national championships. Obviously going for a three-peat, but it didn't happen, and it's obviously challenging to win all the time. And I want to be national champions every year, and I know the Bulldog fans want us to be, but we'll be back.
Well, Coach, thanks again, and we'll talk to you again here in the near future.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.